Steelers offensive lineman and our buddy Kelvin Beachum with Armen Levack on 104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. Kelvin, late last night or early this morning when you saw the news that 12-year vet Troy Polamalu, safety for the Steelers, is retiring, did that surprise you? Did you see this coming?
I didn't really see it coming. Playing with him last year, he looked good, played well. So I thought he still had a couple more years in him, but God had a different plan for him.
One of the best safeties of all time and one of the best safeties on a Steelers team that had the steel curtain, has one of the most historic defensive histories in the NFL. Beach, you were around the man every day. What made Troy Polamalu different? What made him so good?
Man, he just enjoyed the game, man. He loved the game for what it was. He loved the game for the violent nature of it. He loved the game for the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the friendship. He just loved the game. He loved every facet of it. He loved the preparation, taking care of his body, staying hydrated. He loved his group of secondary, Ike Taylor and Will Allen and Will Gay and, R.C., Ryan Clark when he was there, and all the defense. It was just a special bond that he had with everybody. And the fact that he brought along young guys like myself and young guys like Shamarko, showing them the way, showing them how to take care of the body and providing resources that he used, to stay ahead of the game and provided those things to young players like myself. So I learned a lot from him, gleaned a lot from him. But overall, man, really learned to value family and value the game for what it is, the violent game, but also value how important those relationships with your brothers that you give your blood for, give your sweat for, give your time for, day in and day out during the season.
Troy Polamalu, 771 tackles, 32 interceptions, 12 sacks. In your mind, Kelvin Beachum, he's a slam dunk Hall of Famer.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question.
Reports were kind of out there that the Steelers were getting ready to go a different direction. For me, I'm always going to picture the man as a Steeler no matter what. But for you, as somebody who played with him and like you said, thought he had another year or so left, would you be okay with him playing on a different team?
That's his choice. That's business. That's the National Football League today. It would be hard, to see him playing with another team. It was hard blocking James when he was playing for Cincinnati, but that's the nature of the beast, But, just for Troy and what he's done for that city and what he's done for the town, what he's done for the NFL from being in Pittsburgh, it would have been hard to see him playing in another jersey, seeing that hair flying around in another jersey.
Beach, you describe the leadership role. Everything you said right there, I'm like, that's a leader. That's a guy that you want to be like, in the sports world. The Steelers moving forward, how do you fill that void left behind by Troy Polamalu?
I don't think it's going to be, I don't want to put limitations on anybody. I don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to transpire. But the organization always finds a way to move on. You think about the steel curtain, and then you think about guys like Greg Lloyd that came behind him, Joey Porter that came behind him, James Ferrier, Larry Foote, James Harris, Lamar Woodley. They've always found guys that embody what Pittsburgh was even after those great years and those dynasties. So Troy is going to be missed, and he's one of those players you just pray you happen to play around one day. Transcends what the NFL and not the NFL, but transcends what that position is supposed to play like. Jumping over piles, sacking quarterbacks from a safety position. Guys that I play against when I'm with them in the off season, man, we got to account for Troy all the time. You don't know where he's going to be at. Just being around a person like that that impacts the game every single play. It'll be hard to replace him, but the Steelers will do their due diligence in finding somebody to fill that void. I
got to bring this up because we've become kind of friends. I know we like to pick on each other about favorite teams and whatnot. But you realize we're not just talking about a leadership void being left behind by Troy Polamalu. Head and Shoulders going to have some money to spend. You think about maybe growing the mane out a little bit and taking that cash.
That's true. There's an opportunity.
Man, I got to keep. I got to look nice. I got to look like a kid, man. I got to hide my age as I begin to grow older, man. I can't have a facial hair. I got to keep the hair low. So that's not in my foreseeable future.
But that is a fair assessment because Brett Kiesel and
both
Troy Polamalu, both Head and Shoulders guys, and both of them now, there's a huge Head and Shoulders void inside of the Pittsburgh Steelers locker room. That might be one of the biggest stories going into the season, Beach.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of things that we need to take care of, man. the Head and Shoulders is number one on the list.
Now, the other thing I want to point out, you talk about the leadership and Harrison. Have you seen the video going around on the web? The man just playing volleyball with a big old heavy medicine ball.
Oh yeah, they do that every year. I think they call it Danny ball or something. They've been doing that for years.
Are you kidding me?
And they take a 25-pound medicine ball and play volleyball, basically.
Yeah, I've been doing that for years.
You gonna get out there and help? You gonna play?
Yeah, I'll probably do it when I'm out there in Arizona.
Steelers offensive lineman Kelvin Beachum. Kelvin, how's the offseason going, man? Everything good?
It's going well, man. I'm just getting my mind right. Getting my couch right. Get ready to watch my San Antonio Spurs go and win another NBA championship. Just getting my mind right, get my tweets ready, my retweeting hand ready, my retweeting thumb ready to really talk about how good my Spurs are, and what type of class act organization they are, man. That's all. That's really all the offseason really all about, because it's about to get real. The playoffs about to start. The NCAA tournament is over, so it's time for the real, the real basketball to start. The San Antonio Spurs to really display the power fundamentals.
Who lets this guy on the radio again and again and again, talking Spurs, always gets in fights with you about Steelers versus Yankees, most powerful franchises? He is a very strong retweeter, though, at Kelvin Beachum Jr. on Twitter. You think the Spurs can do it again, man? You really do? This is going to be one of the most difficult NBA postseasons. I think we're going to see parity at its finest this year, don't you?
I think so. But I'm going to tell you that the X factor is going to be Manu Ginobili. That will be the X factor for the Spurs this year.
What, to see if he drinks his Metamucil? I mean, the guy's 100 years old.
Hey, I'm telling you, if his body holds up and he balls, I feel sorry for whoever has to play the San Antonio Spurs.
Wow.
Our buddy Steelers offensive lineman Kelvin Beachum. Something tells me my phone is going to ring during the NBA postseason and somebody's going to want to talk basketball. I'm calling my shot on that one right now. At Kelvin Beachum Jr. on Twitter. Beach, it's always good to talk to you, man. Thanks for stopping by today.
Yes, sir. Anytime.